Last 5 seconds. Ready? Start. Jai Vigyan is the tribute so aptly paid by our Prime Minister to hail the achievements of our scientists. The time has come to unleash the creative potential of our scientists and innovators at grassroots level. Only then we can make India truly self-reliant and a leader in new technologies. I propose a national foundation for helping innovators all over the country. This fund with an initial corpus of rupees 20 crores will build a national register of innovations, mobilize intellectuals, property protection, set up in plans for converting innovations into ideal viable business opportunities and help in spreading across the country. Our research institutions have the capacity to evolve new vaccines that will revolutionize the medical and health systems. We propose to set up a technology mission on vaccines to provide a focus to the effort. Our country is endowed with diverse and precious genetic resources which need to be wisely conserved and managed. Among the 18 hot spots of biodiversity in the world, two happen to be in India in the eastern Himalayas and the western Ghats, respectively. Two coordinated policies research, documentation, and legal protection of the country rights in this important area. A national bioresources board will be set up under the chairmanship of Minister of Science and Technology. Last year, I had announced important decisions flowing from the Narsimha Committee report on banking sector reforms. Subsequently, the Reserve Bank of India has taken follow up action. I propose to carry forward the reform process. The high level of NPAs in our public sector banks continues to remain a cause of concern. The debt recovery tribunals, which were set up for expeditious settlements and recovery of debts due to banks and financial institutions, have started showing encouraging results. Government has decided to set up a 5 more DRTs and 4 more debt recovery appellate tribunals. I also propose to introduce a bill in the current session of Parliament to make certain amendments in the Recovery of Debts Due to Banks and Financial Institutions Act to strengthen its provisions. A working group has recently been set up by us to devise appropriate strategies for dealing with the problem of restructuring weak banks, including their NPAs. The inability of banks to enter into timely compromise settlements of chronic case of overdue loans leads to locking up of banks funds units. Public sector banks will be encouraged to set up settlement advisory committees so that such chronic cases, especially those relating to the small sector, are settled in a timely and speedy manner. RBI will be issuing necessary guidelines to the banks in this regard. Our banks are required to observe RBI norms for maintaining provisions against doubtful and non performing assets. These norms have been strengthened in recent years to assist banks to come up to international standards of norms. I shall be announcing certain changes in the tax deductibility of provisions made. To strengthen our external payment situation, we need to revitalize our exports and encourage more non debt inflows in the form of foreign investment. The following steps will be taken. The existing scheme of export credit in foreign currency is being improved to make available pre-shipment and post-shipment credit at internationally competitive rates and bring about major simplification of procedures. The RBI will separately announce the details. Studies show that our exporters are handicapped by high transaction costs related to foreign trade, licensing, tax procedures, and the banking system. I am establishing a high powered committee under the Revenue Secretary to go into this problem and make concrete recommendations for reduction in such transaction costs within 3 months. In order to make inflows of foreign direct investment hassle free, the government has decided to expand the list of automatic approvals covering important industrial and services sectors. The expanded list will be announced separately by the Ministry of Industry, where FIFPB clearance is required. Henceforth, FIPB will give the decision within 30 days. There have been complaints about slow implementation of foreign direct investment approvals. To ensure that such approvals are quickly translated into actual investment inflows and projects, government has decided to create a foreign investment implementation authority within the Ministry of Industry, which may also include representatives of the state governments. Households and various charitable and religious institutions hold a huge amount of gold in the country. These are ideal assets earning no income for the holders, who often incur costs to ensure security. This is a somewhat strange situation considering that the country spends thousands of crores worth of foreign exchange each year to meet fresh demand for gold holding. To mobilize this ideal gold, I propose a new gold deposit scheme. Selected banks will be permitted to accept gold deposits. Stop.